Hello, everyone. Welcome to the video safety briefing for the Tide Division Lake Guntersville tournament at Goose Pond in Scottsboro, Alabama. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to getting back to it here. We'll go through this video and slideshow with everything from registration through weigh-in. So please watch, review the slideshow, which will be on Facebook later. Tell all of your teammates. We need to make sure at least one person from each boat watches the video so they'll understand and know what's going on. All right, we'll jump into the slideshow here. First of all, we're still dealing with the COVID stuff. So you guys, I think everybody knows this by heart by now, but please, if you're feeling ill and have the symptoms, it's a lot of home tests now you can take, but please, if you're not feeling well, do not attend the tournament. You can give us a call and we'll help you out any way we can, but just be mindful of that, please. Pictures, as always. Any pictures that you would like to get posted, please send to the email on the screen or the text. They go to Chris. These can be pictures from your practice or videos. It can be from practice day or while you're rigging or whatever you would like to share. We'd love to have them and get them posted and shared. Okay, we'll get into the meat of it a little bit. As always, I'm gonna hit on my check-in rule very hard, especially for this one, this time of the year with the winter weather. We need to absolutely make sure everyone's off the water safely. So just in case anyone's new and hasn't heard it before, right, and the Alabama Bass Nation tournaments, if a boat does not check in and we can't find them within 30 minutes or so, we disqualify the entire school. That's not about being ugly, it's about safety, right? I can't go home and go to bed until I know everybody's off the water safe. Okay. Please, please, please make sure you check in with my check-in person at the end of the day. If you don't hear anything else, don't remember anything else, you'll see slides of where they'll be. Even if you have no fish, still have to check in. I have to know you're off the water safely. If something happens and you have to leave early or you break down, can't make it back, our numbers are on your registration card. They're on these slides. Save them in your phone. Please call myself, Jeffrey, or Daryl one and let us know. If you're in a breakdown situation, we'll do what we can to help you. But we must know that you're off the water safely. All right. One thing that's a little new, official practice starts, actually, I think started today, but anyway, it's on the info sheet, but practice ends at 4:30 p.m. on Friday, February the 11th at the close of registration. That's something we started doing this year. Hasn't been a big deal so far. It won't be a big deal for this one because it's getting close to dark, but start putting that in your heads and thinking about it as summertime approaches. And there'll still be daylight after registration. The lake goes off limits once registration shuts down. Okay. Registration will be at Goose Pond Colony. We'll have the trailer there right beside the boat ramp where we'll be doing weigh-in. And registration will be from 3 p.m. until 4:30 p.m. Just come up to the trailer. We'll probably work it through the window of the office of the trailer as normal. One thing a little different for this one, Goose Pond does have a $2 boat ramp usage fee. And we will be selling those passes at registration. I want to stop and strongly encourage you to buy those boat ramp usage passes from us or ahead of time or Friday afternoon at the store. Go ahead and get them. That slows the launch down tremendously at this boat ramp. We want to expedite the launch to get you in and get you gone. It's a 7-lane boat ramp, so there's plenty of boat ramp to get you in, but one thing that slows it down is those the boat ramp passes, right? So please go ahead and purchase those ahead of time. If for some reason you're not able to make it on Friday, please call myself or preferably me or Jeffrey or Daryl and let us know so that we can pull those out and make arrangements, have them ready for you to pick up on Saturday morning. again at the trailer between 5 and 5:30 a.m. As always, once you get your registration card and your boat flags, double check us. Look at your boat flags, look at the number on your registration card, make sure they match. We have caught some errors there, so please help us out and check those. I think everybody knows by now we are back to allowing spectators that weigh in with the tents and the tailgating. So looking forward to seeing all the spectators. Standard rule, the maximum horsepower for all outboards to be used in official practice as well as the tournament is a 250 horsepower engine. Each boat must include a boat captain and 2 anglers. If for some reason there's only 1 angler, the boat must have an observer for a total of 3 people. Okay. Again, we got the launch site as a Goose Pond Colony, and there is a $2 boat ramp usage fee. Again, you can purchase them at registration. Please, we encourage you to purchase them ahead of time. You can use alternate ramps if you'd like. There is one at Mink Creek right around the corner. That's a pretty nice facility that would probably hold 40 or 50 boat trailers if anyone wanted to do that and maybe not be in such a big crowd. More than welcome to do that. One thing I wanted to mention here about expediting the launch at Goose Pond. If you haven't been there, there's a 1 lane or a narrow road leading in, and our backup is always on that road. We need everyone to be ready when you get down there. I'll talk about this more, but one thing I wanted to throw out and mention, if you have a lot of rigging to do to get ready that morning, or if you have to meet up with your partner and put his tackle in the boat, I would strongly encourage you to meet at the Civic Center, which is on the road coming in, on the Goose Pond Road coming into the boat ramp. It's before you get to the boat ramp. So everybody think about that. That has a lot to do in the morning time to use that and help us out with getting everybody launched. This one is a little different. Those who haven't been here and fished a tournament with us before, we will blast off from the T-dock, which is around the point behind the playground. So it's not within sight of the boat ramp. So just another reason for everybody to watch the video, look at the slideshow, because I guarantee you there'll be some people sitting at the boat ramp Saturday morning when I start blasting people off, wondering what's going on because they didn't pay attention. If you're sitting at the boat ramp, you're not going to be blasting off with me, right? It's around the point, and there's a map to show you in a minute. So let everybody know that once you get in the water, get your partners, boat captain, everybody in the boat, you're going to want to proceed around the point to the staging area. Make sure you have your boat flag up and secured on your boat in visible sight for us and other competitors. I am anticipating a blast off time of around 6:15 to 6:30, depending on the conditions that morning. You guys know I'll get you out just as soon as I feel that it's a safe daylight. Life jackets must be worn anytime the combustion engine is running. Boat captains, this includes you, and it means buckled, snapped, zipped, however they work. Boat captains, please keep safe distance between boats and always maintain safe boating, right? We're out here your job is the safety of the anglers in your boat and to teach them safe boating. So please be safe. All right, first flight, check-in time is 2 p.m. We will be running 10-minute increments. I believe we're looking at about 13 boats per flight, if I recall. No wake, there is a no wake zone. I believe there's buoys out there around the Goose Pond boat ramp, so observe those buoys. Any other areas marked as no wake? I know at Guntersville there's a lot of the bridges that go back in creeks that are no wake, so please make sure you adhere to that. Off limits will be on a map coming up. We're going to do 50 yards west of the check-in dock, which is the dock on the left-hand side of the boat ramp, out 100 yards all the way across to the causeway. That's just where everybody will be coming in, loading boats, and we'll be releasing fish. So that's the only off limits other than anything else that's happens to be posted as off limits. Size limit, very important for this lake. It is a 15-inch size limit. Officially by the state, it's 15 inches on largemouth and smallmouth. But for our tournament, we are including spots, right? So essentially, nothing less than 15 inches is a legal fish in this tournament. So it's a 15-inch size limit for largemouth, spotted bass, and smallmouth. You see, I threw the Tennessee smallmouth in here, and you can get to Tennessee on Lake Guntersville if someone wanted to go that far. But once you cross the Tennessee line, Tennessee law is 18 inches on a smallmouth, and you can only have one. Okay. I only put that in there for your benefit, because if you weigh in a smallmouth, I'm not going to ask you if you caught it in Tennessee, right? I'm not going to go through all that. I'm not going to ask you if you had two when you were there. But if you get caught in Tennessee, you get a ticket, and a ticket disqualifies you from the tournament. Okay. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that in case anyone goes up there. As always, we'll measure the fish with the mouth closed and tail fanned, and attempt to make it measure every way we possibly can. A new one I put in here because people get confused on this, it is a 5 fish limit per boat. Okay. Once you catch 5, you can keep fishing, but when you catch a 6th fish, everybody stops fishing until you cull one of the fish, right? It can be, if the fish you just 6 fish was bigger than the second fish, and you cull the second fish, but you just have 5 left in the box, everybody goes back to fishing and continue that way all day. Check-in. Check-in will be on the floating dock beside the boat ramp. If you're facing the water, it's the floating dock on the left-hand side. It'll be the first one you come into when you come in. I know I'll beat on this, but you must check in at the dock with our check-in person, okay? If you launched at an alternate ramp and you had a bad day and no fish, you still got to come to Goose Pond and check in with my check-in person. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for you. If I can't find you, you're going to get your whole school disqualified, okay? You must stop and check in with the check-in person before you go to weigh in, because that's when you're checked in the tournament. If you skip that check-in person and go straight to weigh in, I'm going to count you in from fishing at the time you go across the scales, which is probably going to be late if you come in on time and you get a late penalty, which you don't want, okay? You got to check in, as I said, even if you have no fish. If you do not have any fish, you can absolutely leave your boat flag with the check-in person and proceed to load your boat or get on with your day, whatever you need to do. As I've said, if for some reason you have to leave early or you break down or can't make it back to the boat ramp, please, you have to call me, Jeffrey, or Daryl. We've got to know what's going on with you. Make sure, we'll follow up, make sure you get off the water safe, okay? At Goose Pond, this is a water weigh-in only. There's plenty of dock space to tie up and come to the scales, and you'll see how the flow is going to work in a minute, and it works the best that way. So please, tie up to the docks after you check in and get up to the scales. Do not trailer your boat before going to weigh in. Pretty much standard stuff. Must use our weigh-in bags. You must present your boat flag at the bump station to weigh in. Anglers, make sure you tell the weighmaster when you hand him your fish that you want to weigh a big fish. You'll see on the map that the weigh-in will be right beside the boat ramp at Goose Pond Colony. And for the parents, the fish will be made available at the back of the trailer for more pictures. You see the Remind app information there on the screen, as well as my number and Jeffrey and Daryl's number to call for any issues or things we can help you with. All right, blast off procedure. I'll go over. Obviously, you're going to launch at Goose Pond or an alternate ramp, and then you'll proceed safely and slowly to the staging area, as you'll see in a minute, and stage by flight or boat number according to map. guys, please, that's why one of the reasons we have boat numbers, so you can see the boat numbers around you, start getting lined up as we're getting closer to calling your number, and get in a line. And as long as people are coming, I'll keep calling them and we'll get you out. You guys know fishing with me, if a boat number in front of you is missing, if they're asleep, slept late, didn't make it to the boat ramp yet, or they're tied up, whatever, right? Give them a minute to get in line. If they don't get in line, come on, right? If you get skipped, jump in line the next place you can after where you were. Please, guys, boat captains, get in line and approach the dock in a parallel line. Please do not get straight out in front of me and try to come straight in and turn 90 degrees when you get to the dock. It does not work. I promise you, you'll get embarrassed there because there'll be 100 boats waiting on you to get sorted out. It's happened many a times, and I know you don't want to be that guy. Okay, so get in line, stay back from the dock, get in line, and idle up parallel. Boat check will consist of boat flag attached to boat in visible sight, running lights up and on, even if it is safe daylight already, they have to be up and on. Live wells open and running, life jackets on and fastened, kill switch attached to the boat captain. Boat captains, do not pull your kill switch, just show it to us as you idle by. If any of the boat check items are lacking, you'll be pulled behind the dock to get it corrected, and then we'll release you once this gets corrected, or we have a chance to check you out. And we get pretty busy, so it could be a while. You want to have everything right when you come down the line. The last staff member on the dock at boat check will tell you clear to go, but even if they're not standing at the very end, boat captains, you've got to idle all the way to the end of the dock before you take off. Some of my staff gets a little upset about that, right? So please make sure you get past the end of the dock before you take off. Boat captain do's and don'ts. Hopefully you guys all know this by now. In the high school, boat captains, you basically carry the kids where they want to go. That's pretty much it, right? You can help, manage fish care because we want to take care of the fish, and you can, verbally teach and instruct them, right? Give them ideas, but you cannot run the trolling motor. You can't net fish. You absolutely can't handle a rod and reel or any tackles. Please do not, of all things, do not be standing up holding a rod and reel, because I promise you I will get a call. Once you check in at the boat dock, this one, I don't think I'm going to go over this one. You guys know this, right? It is a waterway in, so you'll tie up to the dock, go get a bag, come back, load your fish in your bag, bring your boat flag back with you to the staging tanks, and go through the line. All right. Morning traffic flow. As I said, this is where we get in trouble really even before we turn right here, before you get into this section. Things get slowed down. There's 2 lanes here. Okay, we'll have it running 2 lanes. The right lane is meant for last minute quick rigging, right? The left lane should steadily be going as long as there's room at the boat ramp. So please help us out with this. If you're in the left lane, you better be ready to go. I'd prefer everybody in the right lane be ready to go too. Remember what I said about the Civic Center, right? If you know you got a lot of things to do, you got to pick one of your partner up, and he's got to load his rods and tackle in. Meet him at the Civic Center, get all that stuff done before you get up here, okay? Now you see that I've got this whole first row blocked off as no parking, okay? So we're not gonna have any parking in that. We're gonna lose 16 parking spots, but there's more than plenty of parking here. The reason for that is, and it'll show on some other slides here, is in the afternoon, this road right here is going to be blocked off because we're going to be using that for part of weigh-in. The trailers here, and then spectators will be out here in the road. Okay, and we're blocking that off. 1, because we're going to have the spectators there. 2, we're going to block all of them off because these guys has got to be able to swing around to get down this road, and these are going the opposite way, so they wouldn't be able to come out. All right. A little more on this. It is like a 7-lane boat ramp, right? So it's plenty ample boat ramp. The problem is always in the staging and the rigging, right? Down through here, right? So when you get here and make this curve, I need you to be ready to go, essentially, right? Again, if you got a lot of stuff to do that morning, stop at the Civic Center, get everything ready. It's just a short ride from the Civic Center. You can go ahead and put your lights up and everything and be ready to go. And we'll do 2 lanes once you turn the corner into the store there. Parking. There's 200 parking spots marked off in the main lot, less the 16 that I'm going to have blocked off. So whatever that is, 184. And there's 126 overflow parking spots that are in orange color here, down the sides of the road, in the grass field, the grass over by the docks, over in the playground, etc. Right, I'll get into it in a minute, but I think we have roughly 235 boats. So we have more than ample parking. If we need it, there is parking for 80 more down at the amphitheater, which is a good piece on down this road, but I don't see any reason why we'll need that. So you guys can refer to this for parking. I should have some people there helping get parked up until close to daylight, and then they're going to come help me blast off. So the last ones that are probably going to need this overflow will probably have to be on their own to find them. So refer to this slide to see where you can get to extra parking. All right, as I said, blast off is going to be from this T-dock over here behind the playground, over by the restaurant over here called the Docks. So you'll launch over here at the boat ramp, and then you're going to come around the point, right, to blast off, right? So make sure that everybody's aware of that, knows that when it gets safe daylight, I'm going to start blasting off, right? So if people are not aware and still over at the boat ramp, they're going to be left behind until they figure out everybody's leaving. So again, blast off will be over here at the T-dock around the point. Guys, like I said, please don't crowd it. This is North Saudi. There's, I don't even know how many acres of water out here to set in. I don't need boat 100 up here when I'm trying to get ready to blast off. Okay, and everybody stay back up in the North Saudi side. Do not get out here in front of me. Okay, do not get in front of me. Stay back here because I need you to come parallel to the dock. You'll idle down the dock for boat check, and then you'll be free to go. All right, we're getting there. Check in. Here's the dock. It's an old picture. It's straightened up now, but it's the floating dock right beside the boat ramp. Everybody has to come here at the end of the day, regardless. If you have no fish, you got fish. If you launched somewhere else, don't have fish, it doesn't matter. You got to come see this check-in person right at the end of the day before you leave. Off limits is 50 yards from this dock out, 100 yards out to the causeway. Right, so that's the only off limits. Again, you see the notes up here. You must go check in, even if you have no fish, before you go weigh in, even if you want to set an alternate ramp. And if you leave early, you must call myself, Jeffrey, or Daryl, or if you have a breakdown and can't make it back to the boat ramp, call one of us, please. All right, for weigh-in, as I said, I'm going to have the road's going to be shut down. Right here coming into the boat ramp. So you guys will have to come down the second road or from the other way to come in. And we'll have the spectators in the tents out here in the road area. And we're going to leave this plenty of room open for you guys to get through. But after you check in, you come over to the docks, tie up. You come up, and I'm going to try to have the bags down here on the dock. Get a bag. Come up to the tanks here at the trailer, you'll weigh in, go around, you get pictures at the back of the trailer, carry your fish down to the fish care tank. They'll probably ask you to carry the mesh bag over back to the bag table, and then you can go load your boat and come back and wait on awards. But that's this system works out very well. The layout here with the docks they have. So this is how we're planning on having it set up to do the weighing. All right, let me take a look here, see anything else on my notes that I need to address or cover. Oh, one thing that I did forget, right? I'll just put it on this overview of the parking lot. This parking lot is very well laid out, right, with the lines. We need everyone, when you're parking the truck, please pull right up to the yellow line. Please don't go over it, right? And don't stop way back from it. This parking lot is laid out very well, but it don't take but about 3 to, pull 2 foot over the line to mess things up. So please make sure you're aware of that. Remember the dead fish penalty is escalating. It starts at 0.25, then goes to 0.75 for 2 fish, 1.25 for 3, etc. We'll have the scales open by 1:30, maybe even a little before. If you have an emergency or something, just call us and see. As I said, we're at approximately 235 boats today. What else? Weather. I don't know what to say about the weather. It was looking pretty good, and then it kept looking better and better, and now it's starting to go the other way a little bit. I think it's going to be dependent on the timing of the front coming through. We're kind of going to be in a warming trend this week, which looks like it's going to be ending probably on Saturday afternoon at this point, or sometime on Saturday. It tends to be moving a little bit, but the good news is a warming trend ahead of time, so it should be good fishing. Hopefully that'll hold and the front won't come in until after you guys get through your tournament and we have good weather and don't have any worries with weather. Wind was not looking bad at this point, but the temperatures are starting to decline a little bit because I've been watching it, but we'll just have to see what happens. But if it's going to be cold, make sure you bring plenty of clothes. One pointer as well, being this time of the year, and this was something that if you watched the Tiger Division tournament from Lake Martin, we actually had an angler that fell out of the boat during staging, getting ready for blast off. Just tripped and fell. Not a huge deal. Got him out, got him on the dock, got him dried off. Fortunately, he had more clothes, so he changed clothes and went back to fishing. I think he actually ended up blasting off on time. So just the note, encourage you to bring extra clothes, right? Because the temperatures the way they are, if you fall in, you ain't going to be staying out fishing. Make sure you got some extra clothes just in case. Let's see. I think that's about it. Scales, as always, will close 30 minutes after last flight or until the end of weigh-in line. But as I said, if you guys have been doing a great job, everybody checks in like they're supposed to. Almost every tournament, by the time I get done weighing the last person, we enter the zeros, run the results, and get on with the day. Any problems or emergencies after you call 911 if needed, call myself, Jeffrey, or Daryl, and we'll help you any way we can. And we'll get this slideshow uploaded to Facebook as well, so you can refer to it at your own leisure, on your own timing. And other than that, I'll just say good luck to the tide anglers at Guntersville this weekend. Looking forward to seeing everyone and winning a lot of big bags. Thank you.